What up, SNA assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here an hour later after making the Monday Night Football review video. And I'm also making the WWE Monday Night Raw as well. And sorry if it took me an extra half an hour in order to get ready for this video. It's just that I tried to do my best to quickly watch the episode of Raw. But yeah, it just got very too interesting to just just watching and just get ready to do the recap of this video. But yeah, Monday Night Raw was actually a really good, interesting episode. I guess some might say this is the the go home show before Saturday night's main event. But the thing is, the Saturday night's main event is not a pay-per-view. It's a special that's going to be on NBC. So this is just like any other random episode of Monday Night Raw, and Saturday night's main event is going to be like a very special episode without have to worry about watching it on the premium streaming service unless you want to watch it on Peacock. That's very optional that way because it's going to be simulcast on the service along with it being on the channel of NBC. But we got some really entertaining main event match. We finally got a match that's way past overdue, like on the rivalry match that's been going on and on for the last 2 months. And also we saw like reasonings from one wrestler, like why they came back and why they've been absent, while the other has a reason why they stabbed their partner in the back. Yeah, there's so much to talk about right here, and even the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament. But I'll get things started off with the current world heavyweight champion, Gunther, with him, and then was about to cut a promo, but it's where he gets interrupted by the Judgment Day. But it looked like before he can even get outnumbered and start fighting, Mr. Damian Priest came in, but not to save Gunther's life, but also not because but he wanted to just genuinely just beat everybody in the Judgment Day up down. Especially Finn Balor, that's what exactly he did. Like he knocked every single member of the Judgment when they started running towards him on the stage. That's where we got Damian Priest and Finn Balor right to the barricade, threw him right back in the ring. It's a Gunther in a big stinging, death-threatening chop, something that the guys over at the other company should be heating right now. Like you should not provoke that ain't getting out, or you're gonna end up just like the Prince of the Judgment Day. But this is where we got Damian Priest hit a cartwheel, a super kick until he gets level with a clothesline by Gunther because he still has some unfinished business with Damian Priest, all thanks to Finn Balor because he helped him out even though Gunther told him not to. But it's where he sent Damian Priest right into the right corner side. He did clear up the announcer's table to get ready to hit the Gunther bomb onto the Archer of Infamy. But it's where we got Finn Balor came in and sling blade the ring general, like boom, slammed him right to the ground. This is where Finn Balor like one down and one more to go, Fowler. And this is where he hits. This is where he then hits the signature missile drop kick right on to what's his name, to Gunther, right to the upper right corner's symbol of the steel steps. Hit Damian Priest's face first, right onto to Allen the announce table. This is where it brings him right back into the right corner side. Finn Balor then was like, I can't not just do the coup de grace on him yet until I do it to Gunther, which he did when he went right up on the right corner apron, like jumped right off of there. This is where we got Carlito, Dirty Dom, and JD McDonough trying to come in and attacks Damian Priest. But he started taking him out one by one, like super kicking JD McDonough off the apron. Then he hits a flapjack onto what's his name? Carlito. Yeah, that's what he did. It's where we got what's his name? It's where Dirty Dom tried to hit some strikes on him, but this where it ends up backfiring. Like even with JD McDonough being there, is where they nearly got double choke slammed. It's where until Finn Balor came in and attacks him from behind, hits that elbow drop right into the neck of Damian. Like even if it's not like exclusively on the streaming service, like will have to be just on the streaming service. Like as long as it's like a big special, whether if it's on TV or an pay per view, like if something happens like on the Raw or SmackDown before that, like it's still gonna be tying in like about like being 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna be the accurate scenario like of them winning. Like their chances of winning will go lower, and everybody probably assume that there'll be some kind of revenge onto I mean, they're gonna get some kind of revenge, like either Gunther or Damian Priest. I hope Finn Balor's not gonna get angry with me for me saying this, but yeah, let me know in the comment section right down below who's like, yeah, and you heard exactly what I just said, because like not only is gonna be Balor and Gunther that's gonna be fighting for the World Heavyweight Champion, because this is where we got Adam Pearce let the Prince of the Judgment Day that know that he will be still challenging Gunther for the title this Saturday. But not only that, but Damian Priest is gonna also be added into the match, making it into a triple threat. And who do you think is going to walk out of Long Island, New York, is your World Heavyweight Champion in WWE? Let me know in the comment section right down below. But not only that, next week's Raw, we will be seeing a rematch with the War Raiders, taking on both Finn Balor and JD McDonough for the World Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. Yeah, I know there's no heavyweight in the name of the tag team belts, but it's kind of like a tag team version of the Big Gold title, so that's why I like to call it that. But yeah. Oh, are you? Yeah. Are you sure that's really you, Mr. Balor? Like, and if so, like, welcome to the SNA podcast. Hopefully, you're assassinator, just like a couple other wrestlers. Like that's from both companies, this company, and then the other company I'm not supposed to mention right now. That's competition to WWE. But yeah, but anyways, yeah. But let's continue. But yeah, moving on. Yeah, but that's where not only like it's gonna be for the world, but not only it's gonna be like it's not only gonna be a tag team rematch, but the whole Judgment Day are banned from ringside with Adam Pearce. Like, okay, now that's being said, like, and it's all official. Like, excuse me, I'm going back to my office to take care of more business that I need to do for the show. And this is where we got Liv Morgan's like, I get like. And this where did you like, yeah, like this where the Liv Morgan was sarcastically was saying yeah, like maybe we should listen to the Finn Balor. Like after all, he's supposed to be the leader of the team. Like even though they said there's no leaders on the Judgment Day, but yeah, this is where didn't you? This where it's like this where Finn Balor's like, yeah, like I hope like you're like yeah, it does like have some considerations of taking my advice now. This is where she's like, as a matter of fact, it does. She's like, as a matter of fact, it does. Like I do like, and this is where that she was, and this is where then she's like, and now I'm gonna take that advice when I face Dakota Kai in the match later on tonight, and yeah, and let me know in the comment section right down below what was your reaction about this match with the captain of Team Kick taking on the Women's World Heavyweight Champion. But yeah, but anyways, yeah. But what else happened next? Like, yeah, but before we got the Kai versus Liv Morgan match. Like, oh yeah, it was the final testament against the what's it called, the Wyatt Six. Like, and yeah, this match definitely gonna get the second place spot of the silver trophy. I'm like, it's about time we finally get to see this match. Like, this is way past overdue than the library book. And then this is where we got, it started off with The Miz and Joe Gacy, with him getting attacked by The Miz, with him tagging in the big guy in the match, which Eric Rowan got. This is where he went face to face with The Miz. This is where he tried to run away from him. This is where Eric Rowan stopped him. This is where he grabbed him into a back body drop, but he turned it into a super cutter right into the appearance of The Miz. But that's where the Authors of Pain came in and saved the day. That's where they attacked both Uncle Howdy and what's his name? And Joe, what's his name? Uncle Howdy and what's his name? Dexter Loomis. Yeah, that's who it was. It's where That's where then we got both Razor and Akam then going for a double power bomb right onto Eric Rowan. This is where luckily Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis came in and tried to fight off the former Raw Tag Team Champions. It's where they took out of a clothesline. They did double time. It's where we got Joe Gacy's insecurity, one of them, while Dexter Lumis had a boot right to the face right outside until Joe Gacy had a suicide dive on the both men. Dexter Lumis then finished them off by hitting a froggy dive right onto all of them. That's where then we got Eric Rowan eventually tagged in Uncle Hal. That got it back up from getting attacked by the Wyatt Six. I'm not Wyatt Six. The Final Testament's Authors of Pain. I meant to say. It's where Joe Gacy hits the back a running slide elbow, like if he's his brother, the late Bray Wyatt. It's where he goes for a clothesline. It's where then he picks him up. It's where I followed the Wyatt Six. Is where he picks up the Miz, puts his legs draped onto the top rope, hits the twisting neck breaker. It's where then he was getting ready to hit his finishing maneuver, but this is where the Miz tried to escape by the commentary desk. This is where Joe Tessitore asked Wade Barrett the question like, where the hell did she came from? This is where Wade Barrett was like, I don't know, like she just popping. This where we got Nikki Cross then put her head side. Way she was like, "Oh, hey, Scarlett," and then this where Scar told the referee like, help me," and this where if she just saw like a zombie like about to get ready to eat her brains out, and this where then. And this is where the referee's like, I don't care if there's if that spooky banshee is right on by Wade and Joe is like, just run back to your makeup or locker room. This is where then she was like, all right, I'll do that. Just get her away from me. And then this is where they got Nikki Cross crossbodying her right onto the left side, start headbutting her right to the head. Uncle Howdy then brought in Karrion Kross that recently got tagged in. This is where he tried to hit running bullhammer elbow. But this is where we got Uncle Howdy ducks out of the way, try to go for his sister Abigail. But this is where the Miz then attacks him from behind. This is where the Miz was like, and that's where he thought it was over. This is where we got Uncle Howdy then to try to go for a mandible claw right onto the Miz, but he instantly gets blown away right in the face and eyes with a fire extinguisher. We were wondering who it was. No, it was Paul Ellering that came out of nowhere and burned his eyes. It's where we got Karrion Kross puts Uncle Howdy right in the shoulders, turn it to like a power slam version of a F5 to get the 1, 2, 3 because that's his new finish on Paul Ellering for doing that. But what are your thoughts on this match? And are you glad that it's finally got a match out of this? And this is the end of the rivalry, or do you think it's going to continue? Which the way it ended, I'll say like the Wyatt Six are not going to be satisfied, obviously, about this match finish, and they're probably going to be seeking some type of revenge against the Final Testament for this, and then we're going to probably see them trying to get a rematch from them, but this time it could be like probably at a bigger show, like probably going to be on the Raw or Netflix episode, I guess you can say, in Los Angeles. And do you agree on this? Do you think that they're gonna have a part 2 of a match, even if it's 50-50 booking? And if so, when do you think it's gonna be the next time? And I hope it's not gonna be as long as it took for this feud to finally got a match. Which I'm very glad they finally got the match. It was way past due, and it was like exactly what it needed to be. Even though like the Wyatt Six should not be losing, WWE probably gonna get some kind of criticism like tomorrow on everybody in the internet, which I'm probably gonna be talking about on my wrestling news video. But let me know in the comment section right down below on how y'all felt about this match finish. Like with even though the Final Testament does need to win, but maybe I'm not sure what to say about this, but I'm gonna let you guys to decide. I think they did a very good job executing. If the goal was to get the Final Testament over, they did a very good job with so that the Wyatt Six did not lose any credibility, which some tell me they won't, but everybody's probably not gonna like this. Like I'll say, or at least most people wouldn't like the finish. Like I'm just gonna be completely honest, but I liked it because it was just like interesting, and I was waiting for this finally waiting for this match, which WWE finally executed. Like even if though it took them an extra couple of weeks, like even though it could have been more sooner, but I'm not gonna criticize them for that. And but anyways, yeah. What else happened? It was what happened next? Oh yeah, it was a sit down backstage locker room interview with Jackie Redmond, interview with CM Punk, which I believe was earlier in the day. This is where Jackie Redmond is at. What do you want to talk about? Like, if she's a female reporter version of Cody Rhodes, this is where CM Punk's like, if you want to talk about the Black Hawk, we can fight right now. Like, I was like, really? Like, why are you gonna fight an innocent, helpless female journalist? Right? This favor what Paul Heyman promised for you. Like, if you team with Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, like in War Games, and this is where CM Punk's like, no, I care not to talk about that. But I can't with that Paul Heyman and I. We've been good friends for very we're very we've been very close friends like for almost 20 years now, and then this where then what was the favor for this where then Jackie Redmond's like, okay, that's fair enough, but what can we talk? If we can't talk about that favor, let's talk about what Seth Rollins. Like, I mean, you said last week, like, you don't think about him at all. Like, but he made it very clear he had the sight set on you, and he's willing to force the issue. But how you gonna handle that, Punk? And that's where CM Punk was probably like, yeah, there's no secret about it. Like, I'm not gonna shy away from a fight. Like, this was CM Punk like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not gonna shy away from a fight, especially if somebody challenged me into a fight. That's where then he was like. But when it comes to Seth's hatred of me, like I'm more confused about it than anything else. Like because I quite don't hate Seth at all. Like I'm thinking to understand. Like you got to talk about that history between myself and Seth. Like it goes back right quite a bit. Like it goes all the way back from 16-year-old Seth Rollins that came to CM and asked him to train him and to become a professional wrestler, like for free. Like he asked me, and this was like, and that's the key word to use. Like that always leads that. Like, but that entitlement, that what he did at that time, he was like that carried him. Like since then, like I think I didn't really train. Like in again, the reason why of that because he wanted to be the best in the world. Like he wanted to be the greatest of all time. Like I remember, like. And this is where Seth, this is where he was like, yeah, he wanted, like, ever since he got here, like, he wanted to be, like, at least on the top 10 list of the one of the greatest wrestlers, which I'll admit he has been doing that for the last few years, if not, like, almost if not like already a decade now, ever since he finally won the big one, was where it's like, but let me tell you something. Like before he even got a chance to, before like he was even considered to be the next face of WWE, he was about to be on the top 10 list, the first people to be fired from this place. And I shielded him from being that person, and yeah, because guess who was one of those guys that was in the Shield that made their debut because of CM Punk. Yep, you guessed it. It was Seth freaking Rollins alongside Roman and Dean. But anyways, where CM Punk did I guess if I had to look at myself, like I would hate myself too. Like Seth Rollins is extremely talented. I might take that with. He's a multi-time champion. Both he won the world championship and a couple of mid-card titles, and even multiple tag team reigns with multiple people. Which that is a shot from him. That cannot be satisfied with one partner. But anyway, that's where we got CM Punk to continue saying everything that he did, that he done better, and then he did it way before Seth Rollins even got to WWE. He became the WWE champion. And as a matter of fact, he held that in the world title multiple times, and he was a tag team champion, Intercontinental champion, Money in the Bank briefcase holder. He did it all. Before Rollins did any of it. This was but he don't claim to be those things because he wanted to think. I wanted to thank Jackie Redmond. About him being the Money in the Bank briefcase. He did it back to back, just like them Chiefs. But that's a different video for a different day about back to back. But anyways, where CM Punk was like, he's like it. And this one is like, yeah, he had this kid had the most potential in the world like a decade ago. Like ever since I left, like I was absent, like from his company. Like Seth Rollins did a very fantastic job, like being in that role. Like, but unfortunately, he didn't start. It was like, yeah, he was at the back. Well, he did that like being in the backup position, like a quarterback. Like, well, now the starter's back, and we need to put the second streamer back in the sidelines. But it's what Jack remember. Redmond did thank and appreciate his honesty about his opinions about Seth Rollins, like over the years, because Because there was times that Seth was probably not going to make it to WWE if it hadn't been for him, like when he was the WWE champion on his last reign with the title. But yeah, I was thinking like I wonder when they're gonna have the first match, which is probably not gonna be not until the grandest stage of them all, which is gonna be at WrestleMania 41, if I'm not mistaken, of course. But we're just gonna have to wait, like, and see about that. But it's where we got but it's where we move on and we got Dakota Kai like having a match against Liv Morgan. Yeah, Dakota Kai had some offense in it. Looked like that she's fighting her for the Women's World Championship. And it shows that WWE, even if Io Sky is not in the program with Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship, I believe they will be pushing Dakota Kai in some capacity, like in this way, like with her trying to giving her opportunities in wrestling singles matches, because they probably have some singles potential pushes like on her way, maybe even winning the first ever inaugural Women's Intercontinental Championship. But let me know in the comments, what do you think, who's going to be winning the tournament for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, along with the Women's United States Championship, which we're going to find out this Saturday who's going to be the first ever Women's United States Championship. But it's where we got the Pure Fusion Collective were distracting Dakota Kai, which you trying to go for a pin attempt, but they only got like a 2.1. It's where Dakota Kai, like it doesn't matter. Like, as long as you're not going to come in and attack me, I'm not going to worry about anything about you guys. With her giving a mugging death facial look right in the face of the Pure Fusion Collective. This is where she tried to go for that Fire Woman's insecurity kick, but this is where she gets countered and pushed right away by Liv Morgan. But this is where she hits a back-legged kick. I was like, wow, I don't think I ever saw anybody have this much offense onto the Women's World Champion. Not even Rhea Ripley could dominate her this much, like as much as Dakota was doing tonight. But I'm just saying right now, I'm not saying Dakota's better than Rhea, but I'm just saying like WWE, like we're really all invested into Dakota Kai, just to the point that she was overpowering the champ herself. But this is where we got Zoe Stark trying to distract her, but this is where she nearly got a hand stopped. This is where Zoe Stark like, no, I don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just doing my job. This is where Dakota Kai like, you better stay back to your boss. And this is where Shayna Baszler tried to grab onto her leg and try to snap it into two, like for the 3,003rd time. But this is where Dakota Kai swift kicked her right in the face. Like, nope, not this time. This is where she was like, fool me once, shame on you. And then fool me twice, shame on me, and never be fooled again. But this is where then we got Liv Morgan nearly hit the Bolivian onto Dakota Kai, but it didn't work this time. And you know the rules of professional wrestling. Like, if it doesn't work the first time, it might work the second time, because it's that guaranteed rule. But it's where we get we saw Dakota counter Liv Morgan's attempt and turn it into what they call the most devastating move in all the professional wrestling, the surprise roll-up. That's where she tried to go for a pump kick, but this is where she ends up getting face breakered by the Women's World Champ. That's where she hangs on right to the bottom right corner turnbuckle. She gets shiny wizard knee strike by Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan went up and pushes her right into the middle of the rope. It's where Liv Morgan tried to go for a mid-row face break, but she ends up getting intercepted into a pop-up powerbomb. It's where we got Sonya Deville trying to come and distracting the final member of the Pure Fusion Collective to try to attack her. But it's where Strike 3 and the Pure Fusion Collective was out of here. Well, not literally, more likely metaphorically, by playing a game of wrestling baseball, which some of y'all probably will be asking, what the hell is wrestling baseball? Which some of y'all probably were asking, what the hell is wrestling tennis? Well, wrestling tennis, I know, is that when you start hitting some strikes on somebody and somebody hits right back, that's like hitting the ball, like with a tennis racket. Like with them going back and forth, or hitting back, left, right, left, like to see who's going to break and who's going to give up and not swing right back for that competitor to win this mini game before they actually win the whole match. But yeah, this is where, like, I don't know, like, about, wrestling baseball. I'm saying because they tried, like, 3 different times to distract Dakota Kai, but they were completely out. Dakota Kai tried her signature sideways Luva boot right into the face. But this is where it got hit right into the top rope and turnbuckle. She was screaming in agonizing pain. This is where she barely got it right off the turnbuckle. But once she turned around, she was hanging on to the right quarter side ropes. This is where we got Liv Morgan, got her in position to hit the Bolivian. It was the guarantee. Got her to 1, 2, 3. Winner of this match, Liv Morgan. But that's where once she beat her, that's where the Pure Fusion Collective came in and attacked Shayna Baszler and outnumbering her until the rest of Damage Control with Io Sky and Kairi Sane came out there to help out their teammate. And then, they were cleaning house like, what's her name hit a spinning back fist right onto Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark trying to go for a double clothesline to Io Sky, but she goes for a cartwheel backflip, hits the middle drop kick onto the minions of the Pure Fusion Collective. She also then gives a kip up. It's where then we got Kairi Sane got that, and it's where then they had an idea with what's her name? Io Sky was like, I have an idea. How about you grab onto my hand? It's where Io Sky, like, I like the sound of this already. Where then they grab on, just where she goes up right up on the top row into the upper right corner.